What's your impression of the digital festival?
Really great so far. It's my first time here, and really well designed, bringing different perspectives in. The Digital Symphony, the first evening, was amazing. My first time seeing something like that, bringing dancers and musicians and tech together. And just all these different perspectives, robotics, from behavior to psychology, and it's just really well thought out.
What's your advice for digital Switzerland?
Lean into that resistance, lean into that feeling of uncomfortableness or that fear, and go through it. Because I heard a lot of speakers talk about disruption and thinking big and taking calculated risks, but nobody was really saying how, right? Nobody's really saying what you need to experience in order to go through calculated risk and thinking big and disruption. Growth is on the other side of feeling uncomfortable. And everybody was telling me before I started, oh, the Swiss are really reserved, like they'll just sit back, they're shy. But no, if you saw the event, you saw everybody wanted to play full out. And so they just needed that push and that permission to lean into that feeling of uncomfortableness or that fear and go through it, and knowing that you are not that fear. And that fear is potentially a signal for you to keep moving forward. There's something there. So that would be my advice.
What behavioral design tips would you give to a young startup?
It would be to your outcome that you want to achieve. Higher engagement, increased revenue, increased referrals, etc. That outcome that you want should be clear. But then working backwards and understanding that it is a byproduct of specific behaviors. Meaning this, if you want to be healthy, people don't just wake up healthy with a great body, etc. They have eaten correctly, they have moved well, etc. There are specific behaviors that get them there. So similarly in business or in product, there are specific behaviors that get people engaged or get to your outcomes of referral rates or increasing revenue and so on and so forth. So it's focusing on, yes, the goal, but then scaling back what specific behaviors are you designing for. And a behavior is a person doing some specific action in a specific context.